Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing some writing tags today. I was tagged for both of these by the wonderful Kim Chance, so I will leave both of her videos on these tags down in the comments down below. First up, I'm doing the most recent one because the other one was from like 2 months ago that I should have done forever ago. So the most recent one was the Voices of YA tag, and that was created by Caitlin Lambert, and I will leave her link down below as well. All right, so first up we have the first section is about the writers. So question number 1 is, what draws you to YA? So for a while I thought this was kind of because, you know, you do a lot of reading when you're younger and you know, I felt like I was kind of more attached to that writing, but I really read a lot of adult stuff when I was younger, and like thrillers and Clive Cussler and type novels. So I don't think that's it. I think, because I thought about this question earlier, I probably thought about it more than I should, but I'm drawn to YA because of young possibilities, because I feel like young people are kind of at a disadvantage in that they haven't figured out the world that they're living in. So particularly I love YA fantasy or science fiction, more so when the character is thrust into a new world and they, you know, you're growing up, you don't really know that much. You think you know a lot, but you don't. So I like when you just stress your characters out and just throw more stuff in there for them to try to figure out, like a new world to figure out. I guess you can kind of just make YA characters struggle a little more. And maybe you're more forgiving if they make mistakes, I don't know. Number 2, describe your writing process. Do you like outlines and structure or seeing where the story takes you? Y'all definitely know I'm an outliner. I tried for a long time to be a pantser and that just never worked out. Pantser, by the way, is when you write by the seat of your pants, so you write without an outline. Number 3, how long have you been writing? Where are you in your journey? I'm in the middle of my journey. So I've been writing since I was little. I feel like that's cliched, but I don't know, I've been writing stories since forever, but I didn't start taking my writing seriously until July 2015. That's the date I like to say. And I am close to publication on my novel, The Elysian Prophecy. I'll be doing an announcement on that soon. Number 4, what do you need to write? Coffee, music. I love coffee, but I have to drink decaf anything. I can't have caffeine. And I just got an espresso machine. It's delicious. So sometimes I'll have coffee, sometimes I will have tea. I really like, it's called Jammin' Lemon Ginger. I had to order that on Amazon because they do not sell it here, and I bought some other lemon ginger one that was just disgusting. It was like they put citric acid in it, so it was bitter. Who does that? And I do not listen to music while I'm writing. If I'm editing, I will listen to music, and I'll have something on TV, or I like listening to other writing YouTube videos, so I'll have it playing in the background, like writing vlogs or something like that while I'm editing, and it kind of keeps me motivated and focused. But for writing, it's usually quiet. Although sometimes I will put on like the cafe background music if I'm feeling like it's too quiet. Number 5, if you could offer one piece of advice to another writer other than don't give up, what would it be? I would say finish what you start. There's a lot of writers, myself included early on, that jump around to different works in progress, and I kind of feel like some people, you know, they may be more excited about one project, so they jump to that project, and I think sometimes that's okay, but really just try your best to finish what you start. Finish a project, start to finish, first draft, second draft, keep polishing, because to be honest, the most that I've learned about writing and about my own writing and my own voice has happened in the later stages of writing. So writing the first 30,000 words over and over again for different projects didn't really give me as much knowledge, or I didn't learn as much about myself until I started really getting to the end and then trying to develop more and polish. That's where you realize your weird writing quirks and the things that you should that you could avoid next time so that you wouldn't have to edit it out next time. All right, next section is about the books. Question number 6, what book still has you reeling from its plot twist? No spoilers, please. This is definitely Three Dark Crowns by Kendare Blake? I'm not sure how to say that. Some of you guys have probably heard about it. It's basically 3 sisters have to come of age and kill one another to ascend to the throne. So there's only one person that's gonna make it, and each of them has different abilities, and that's been going on for generations. They're all triplets, and I really liked the world building. There were some names that were similar that really annoyed me, but anyway, that plot twist at the end, like, I liked the book up until then, but that was just like, I closed that book and was like, no, I have to wait so long for the sequel. Which brings me to the next question. Number 7, what books are you most anticipating this year? The sequel to Three Dark Crowns. I'm also excited for Kristen Martin's new dark fantasy book, her new series, The Shadow Crown, is coming out in October, so I'm excited for that. And then I'm also excited about our dark duet by Victoria Schwab. I have the first book in the series, The Savage Song, but I haven't read it yet because the second one hasn't come out, and I'm pretty sure as soon as I read the first one, I'm gonna wanna read the second one. So that's what I'm waiting on. Number 8, in your opinion, what YA book series has the most unique premise? I don't really know about most unique premise. Definitely something that I was surprised that I liked so much and that I feel was different. And that's Shallow Graves by Callie Wallace. This was a very dark book. I don't know what I was expecting. I like to go into books not knowing what they're about, and sometimes this bites me in the butt. Anyway, I really loved Shallow Graves, and I was surprised by that, but it's basically a book about a girl who dies, and a year later she comes back to life, and it's basically her story kind of dealing with some new abilities that she has. But I really liked it because I haven't read a book before about kind of post-death, and it was dark, but it was still, I guess, had some hopeful bits in it. So anyway, it's a good book. Number 9, what is your all-time favorite quote from YA Lit? Harry Potter started as middle grade, but and this is probably very cliched. I don't know how many people did this one, but I'm just gonna read it real quick. Dumbledore watched her fly away, and as her silvery glow faded, he turned back to Snape, and his eyes were full of tears. After all this time, always, said Snape. This quote obviously blew up after Alan Rickman passed away, but this was like the most just middle of your gut, heart-wrenching part of this entire series for me, because you know, it just like, it was obviously like a plot twist. It was the craziest plot twist in any book. But that's just been my favorite character development story plot twist. It was just freaking amazing. Number 10, what book do you most hope will have a movie adaptation? I'm just gonna throw this one out there, middle grade. If I were to say middle grade, The School for Good and Evil. I think that one by Soman Chainani. I don't know if I said that right. I said it really fast. I think that would be an awesome movie adaptation. The school, like the setting and how, yeah, I think that would just be really freaking awesome. I think that would actually be a good movie. I think they could do that well. And then actual YA, Cinder by Marissa Meyer, or the Lunar Chronicles series, that would be so freaking awesome. That would be hard for them to do right, but that would be amazing seeing in a movie form. All right, that wraps up the Voices of YA tag. For both of these tags, I am tagging all of you, so pick your favorite question or your favorite few questions, however many you want, and leave your responses down below. I would love to see what you guys say. All right, so the second tag is the Writer's Life for Me tag. Again, Kim Chance tagged me in these. She is so on top of her game right now. So question 1, what kind of writer are you? YA fantasy is my genre. Although I do have ideas for science fiction, for adult thriller, for middle grade, so I won't be YA fantasy forever. Number 2, when did you start writing and what made you want to try it? Sorry if some of these questions kind of overlap. I wanted to do both tags. So I started writing stories when I don't know, when I was like in kindergarten or something. Whenever you have a journal and you start making little stories in your journals and you draw stick figures for your characters and little puppies and stuff. And then in 3rd grade, I made a cute little book, a Winnie the Pooh fan fiction book. And then my mom helped me make like a cardboard, so it was a hardcover and she helped illustrate it with me. What made me want to try writing? I don't know, reading. When I really realized that the books I was reading were actually written by people. I don't know, kind of like how I would imagine you meeting a famous person and you're like, oh, they're like a person. They're real. I don't know. Number 3, what inspires your story? Literally, life inspires my stories. I always have like kind of a story seed in the back of my brain, and throughout the day I just kind of have it in the back of my mind, and anything that I see, I kind of like see if the emotion can be applied to my story, or if the situation, or you know, a character, if I'm kind of inspired by a person. So it could be music, it could be a movie, it could be going to the coffee store, it could literally be anything. Dreams though is a big part of where I get like my large ideas for stories. Number 4, what themes do you explore in your writing? I feel like I kind of go with the classic like good versus evil themes. I really like kind of the idea of not to judge the book by its cover as well, in people I mean. So not to judge people, because everybody has a story. So I feel like I really like to explore the villains, and I hope that it comes across well that I want my villains to kind of be people too. I want you to like my villains, even though they're villainous. There's just shades of good and evil, not just good and evil. Number 5, are you a plotter Number 5, are you a plotter, pantser, or planters? I think that was supposed to say planter. I'm a plotter pretty much all the way. I mean, everybody's a shade of a pantser because, I mean, you get to a certain point in your outline that you're just writing. But I use outlines. I have to use outlines because I tend to go on these rants and they don't end up working. So outlines are good for me. Number 6, where are you in your writing journey? I already answered that one. Number 7, have you entered any writing contests? Did you win any? I did enter, or I mean, I have done writing contests. I don't know what I'm saying. In high school, and I did win some of those. Who are your writing heroes? My writing heroes, oh gosh, there's so many self-published people, I better say, that I would mark as my heroes. I really like Joanna Penn. Chris Fox is a new one that I kind of discovered. He's very like motivating. Writing heroes. Kristen Martin, she's on top of her game like crazy. I guess the whole writing community. Kim Chance, Jenna Moresi, everybody is very like supportive and helping everybody in their writing, helping everybody along in their writing journeys. So I guess I have a lot of writing heroes. Number 9, have you been to a writing conference? No. I mean, I did in high school, but like since I became an adult, I haven't been anywhere. Number 10, what are your top 3 writing tips? All right, so number 1, write the book, finish it. Do not give up on it. You're gonna seriously learn a lot. I already talked about that. Number 2, get a professional editor. Like, just do it. You're seriously gonna learn so much from that person, and you should. If you get an editor and they give you tons of feedback and you don't learn anything of it, you don't learn anything from it, you should definitely reevaluate and try to absorb what they're saying. And number 3, don't be afraid to try new things. You have to find your own process, because what works for me may not work for you. You just have to kind of figure out what works best, and sometimes that takes a while, but it's worth it. If you can improve your process in any way, it'll pay off in the future. All right, sorry if that was a little too long of a video. Again, I tag all of you, so just pick questions, a couple, one, I don't know. Pick however many you want, and just comment down below your responses to those questions. All right, subscribe to my channel if you already haven't. I think if you're watching these kinds of videos, you probably already are subscribed to my channel, but I will be posting videos again more frequently, so just be on the lookout for those. Bye guys. Also, what did you think of my new intro? Because it's a little thing I'm trying out, but I don't know. What do you guys think?